Welcome to the studio, it's Froyle here. I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we're creating beautiful collage with this fabulous inspiration and look at the glorious project that we make. Hope you're going to join me and stick around for our creative adventure. Right, so I made all of these fabulous, amazing prints last week. And man, wasn't that just so much fun? You're gonna have to watch that video if you didn't see me make them because it was glorious. And now what are we going to do with this incredible abundance of beautiful prints? So I'm going to take you through the 5 steps that I like to take whenever I'm creating one of my mixed media collage. And today we're working on canvas. So here's my glorious prints. They are all magnificent. So step number 1, you have to choose a hero piece. Now, what do I mean by a hero piece? I mean one of the beautiful prints that really captures your heart or your attention or your inspiration, even if it's just for today, because I find inspiration changes on a daily basis. Maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the texture, maybe it's the print, maybe it's the pattern. There'll be something about your collection of beautiful Gelli prints when you look at them all. One of them's going to pop out and say, pick me, pick me. So that's going to be the hero piece. Now for me today, I'm thinking it's either going to be this one or this one because I'm loving both of these. Maybe I'm feeling very purple. I love the prints. I love the quality of the multiple layers. So we're going to choose one of these, and clearly then in choosing the hero piece, you're establishing your color palette. So I must be feeling a little purple today because I've pulled out both purple pieces. I'm thinking I'm going to go with this one, even though yesterday this one was probably my favorite, but then the day before that it was this one. So, you know, it does depend on what the day is like, how you're feeling and which colors you want to work with. But that's what I'm going to choose for my hero piece today. Now, step number 2, after you've chosen your hero piece, you need to remove all the other prints that are going to clash or cause a problem for the harmony of your collage. So clearly this piece can stay because that's going to work well with this one. But this one is not going to work as well because the colors will clash with these colors if I want a harmonious collage, which is what I really want to create today. Something that's harmonious. We're needing a little harmony, I'm telling you. Right, so I'm going to take out this print. It's beautiful. I love it. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to put it aside to use another day. I'm thinking this one too would also clash with my beautiful hero piece. So we move those out of the way and we start to then reduce the options or the parameters that we're going to work with. And truly, this step's really important because it helps you to not feel so overwhelmed. Now, this yellow and black one, as stunning as it is, would clash with my hero piece. They're not going to hang out and be friends together without fighting. So that one goes over to the side. This one might work, but I'm not feeling that loud today. I don't think I want to actually work with those colors with this one, even though I could make it work. It would just be too much of a contrast today for what I'm feeling like. But this one would work with the light pink and the bronze. That would be successful. This one would work with that glorious texture. That's going to sit really nice. Of course, that one is also going to work. So we put the ones in a pile that's going to work and keep going through and taking out the ones that are going to clash. That one is screaming against that one. They would be fighting all day. So we'll take that away. I don't think that one sits as well together either if I want something more serene and more harmonious. So that's going. We could get away with a little pop of orange. That could happen. So we could also have a maybe pile if I'm feeling brave later on and I want to put a highlight piece in. Now remember, you can always go back to your prints, go through them and change your mind. Everything's subject to change. All of the time, at any given moment, we might change our mind and add something else. I love this piece. I truly love this piece. But seeing as we've taken out all the yellows and oranges, we may not use that. We could get away with this one for a pop of colour. That could go in the maybe pile. I'm loving the raspberry or magenta. That's working. So here are the ones that I've decided for my first thought off the top of my head. I'm thinking about these ones. There's my hero piece. There's my second favourite piece. Oh, there's my third favourite, and that one too. Loving these ones. And here's my support pieces. So in doing that, we've just cut down the amount of collage papers from 17 prints down to 8 prints. And this is far more manageable to think about when you're putting collage together. It's not so overwhelming. The colours all sit well together. They're going to play very happily. And I think this is where we're definitely going to start. Right, so now you've chosen your hero piece. You've cut down all of the amount of prints, shredded them in half. That's what you've got to do, cut it in half. Because otherwise you just get overwhelmed and stuck and you don't really actually get anywhere. Reducing your options just makes it far better for when you're creating your collage. Right. What substrate are you going to use? That's the next question. I'm using this 12-inch or 30 centimeter square canvas that I have because it's floating around in my studio and I want to create a collage on it. This was my chosen hero piece. As you can see, it's not a very big canvas and it's not going to take much to fill it up. And just know you can change your mind at any moment and decide you want to do something else. It's not stuck hard or fast. You don't have to do any one thing. Creativity is fluid. It's always subject to change. But I am going to start with this piece and I think I might tear it down there and use that. Maybe, or I might just leave it whole. I'm thinking this one would look really great wrapped around the side like that. That color would work well. The texture looks beautiful. So that's a good start. I really do think that I want to put a pop of this beautiful magenta / raspberry color in either that pattern or that pattern. That either of them would work. That looks beautiful. That's going to work. I might even start with this one around the side at the bottom. I'm a big advocate with making sure your sides look just as great as what your collage does on top, because when you're walking up to it, and you're looking at the artwork, you really do see the side of that painting straight away. So you want it to be a continuous color blend with what's going on at the front. So step number 3, you need to have 1 or 2 highlight elements or some different shapes that are going to really pop out on your beautiful collage. I'm loving this one. That could work. But I think this one would be beautiful as well. And that might sit really well under there. That is very possible. So I think I'll start with these ideas and just see how far I get. Oh, that one's really good too. Yes, it's not going to be easy. Now, I like to use matte gel medium for my collages because I like to brush it on. That's just how I am. I've spent most of my life creating paintings, so I'm so used to holding the brush and it just feels so natural to me. And I like this particular medium. So I'm starting with the sides first. That's the best way to start, to wrap those beautiful colors right round the edges to get them nice and neat and looking good. Number 1, it helps you to get moving. It gets your creativity going. You start putting papers on your substrate or canvas or art journal page, and it just helps you to stir up those creative juices and get your brain thinking. Right, that's going to look absolutely fabulous. Now I might have to leave some of that color. Oh man, I was originally just going to put it around the sides, but it's just so nice. You see, everything is subject to change continuously. All these papers are prints that I did on Japanese rice paper, so they're very soft, they're easy to use, they wrap around the sides just beautiful. They've got such a nice feel to them, such a nice texture. I'm just loving it. And it just makes the whole process so easy. And we like easy. Now, fixing the sides is just like folding a parcel. You tuck it over, cut it, and then lay it down flat. These prints look like a whole lot of fun to me, so I'm going to add a little pop of color in these little pieces on the sides because it's just fun. They're a fun pattern, they're a fun color, and I think that that would look really cool doing that, and I'm going to do that all the way around on the sides. I pulled in one of the prints from the maybe pile for this section because I'm just liking the feel of the fun and the pop of color. That looks really cool up there, so I just wanted to do it again. That's why you have a maybe pile, because you know it's going to work and you just maybe might need it. Tuck it around the side. It looks fabulous. It's nice and neat. Just makes your canvases and your collage paintings look that little bit more professional. A little snip and tuck it over. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yay! Right, which one's next? That side. Right, so all the sides are done and looking beautiful. I absolutely love the little pop of the square that I added to each of the edges and the corners. It's just fun. It's just fun to me. And if it's not fun, I'm not going to play. Now, what about our hero paper? That was this print here. What are we going to do with it? What are we going to add? That's the question. There's so many options. Now, to reiterate number 3, in case you've forgotten, have 1 or 2 highlight elements or shapes. Now, it could be these prints. I could use the prints, or I could pull out some hero paper from Kozo Studio, which, yes, I'm totally tempted to do because these colors would look, stunning with the Kozo Studio Milano marble paper. Would look amazing on here because all the colors are going to match. We like matching, so we could possibly use some of this. That would be a very nice feature. I don't want this to be stiff, but I do want it, so I'm just going to tear it. And I find if you turn it over like this and tear it, then the white doesn't show up on the front side. So that's a good theory. It worked. Yay, team, we're winning. All right, if we stick that on there like that, that's too stiff, clearly. We could definitely use some of the beautiful Kozo paper. That would work really well for this collage. Stick it on the front like that. Maybe, baby, thinking about it. The colors are glorious. Oh man, it's just hard to know which piece to use because it's so fabulous. We have to use a bit with the copper and the bronze because that's working with all our glorious tones, and it's got the magnificent purple color. So that's just a win-win. We could do that. It would totally work. It looks stunning. The colors are glorious. But then we're going to need a focal point. For sure. And I like collage with multiple layers. I love multiple layers. So we're going to add something here for a focal point. I don't want to add any more colors because I think we've got all the colors on the canvas that we possibly want, especially with that beautiful Kozo paper. So I'm thinking white. Let's create a layer with white. This is also Kozo paper. It's the tiny polka dots. Look at the texture. Man, I love it. I would so love to see how they make it. Oh, it's fabulous. A piece of white on the top would work really well because it would give us another layer without adding any more color, and because of the beautiful texture of the paper. you'll be able to see the colors underneath, and it will go more transparent once it's glued on and when it dries. Now, I'm liking this so far. I'm really loving this idea. What are we going to do for our focal point is the question. We need something really tactile, I'm feeling. Need something almost even three-dimensional. I know. I just want something. So I'm going to glue all this down, and then I'm going to have a rummage and see what I can find that could be tactile or three-dimensional or something, or a found object, or maybe one of those, even some of those masks, they could work well. I need something here that's chunky. That's all I'm feeling. So glue this down and see where we're at. So number 4 is add additional pieces that support and showcase your hero piece. So I think this stunning Kozo paper works so well with this hero piece because it's got the beautiful purple and bronze and it looks magnificent. They're sitting very happy together and I'm loving it. It's looking great. Now we need a focal point. Maybe that might be a bit big. We might just trim that down a little because we don't want to cover all of our beautiful paper entirely. Right, I think that's going to work a little bit better. I like that it's crooked. I wanted to keep it crooked. I didn't want it straight. I like the way it comes down on an angle like that. I didn't want all the pages to finish at the same point because that'd be boring. You've got to have a little bit of variety in your collage, different shapes and sizes. That's going to work beautiful. Yes, I'm going to put the white down. So the beautiful white paper is down. It's looking stunning. What are we going to use for the focal point? I thought I might at some stage put some of this beautiful pattern on. I mean, the color's glorious. Do we want to add a pop of something bright? Because it's all looking a bit serious. What do you think? What do you think? Well, see, that's the question. Do we or don't we want to put something bright on it? And that leads me to number 5 of the steps of how to create these beautiful collages is continuously evaluate, readjust, change, move, rearrange, go back, go forward, go sideways. Really, do whatever you have to do to actually create the way that you feel that it's right. Trust yourself. Use your instincts. Don't get stressed out on rules or what other people are doing or what so-and-so said. Just trust yourself and decide for yourself whether or not you like something. I don't mind it. I don't hate it, right? I don't mind that. Making collage is a journey. It's all about how you're feeling right now in this moment. Do I want that bright color on there? It is a nice highlight for the overall collage, but am I really feeling it? Chop and change your mind, think about it, and then go with your gut on how it makes you feel. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's working for me. Even though I really like it and I was thinking I was going to head in that direction, maybe I want that one on the side. I don't even know if I want that. So I pulled out the masks that I used to make the shapes and look how stunning that looks. I know. This is just Yupo paper. To make these glorious patterns, this is what I was using. They're from PM Artist Studio. And I'm really tempted to put this on because it just seems to work with the colors. But the question is, look at that, that's pretty cool too. Do I want to have it looking so somber rather than putting the lovely bright pop of magenta / raspberry on it? You know, you've just got to answer these questions for yourself when you're making your collage. How does it make you feel? And really, any given day, you could be feeling quite differently about things. I'm really loving this. I love the print. I love the color, but I don't know, man. It must be just the mood I'm in. I'm really enjoying these colors, the depth, the shape of them, the beautiful bronze that's running through here, and it's on the edge of the mask and it's in the print. That's really making me happy. I think I'm going to stick these down, and then I'm going to find something for the center, something really different and unique. That's what I'm going to do. So allow yourself to experiment, to play, to try different things, to move things around. Don't get hung up on what you think you should do. Trust yourself, go with your intuition. How does it feel? And then remember, you can always change your mind. You can fix it, you can cover it, you can pull it off, especially before it dries. I've done that so many times. It's about here and now, your creativity and your beautiful expression. I'm going to stick those on, and then I'm going to find something really cool for the centerpiece. Look at this. I found a little trinket, and I think that's going to work really well for the middle piece. I'm going to put it sideways because that's way more fun. Why would you put it up the right way? I'm loving that. That adds a bit of fun, a bit of character, and because it's on canvas, I can stick anything on it I like. Now, if you're interested in any of my original paintings, I'm having a humongous sale for November, and I've been putting a heap into my store. So have a look, froilart.com. You might find something you absolutely love, and it's all at affordable prices. Humongous art sale. Check it out. Really is worth your time. Now, that's going to go sideways because that's way more fun putting it on sideways. You see how you don't quite know where your collage is going to go? It's all in the process of creating it. And that's what makes the whole experience so much fun. I'm liking that. That looks good. I'm thinking we're pretty good with this. I don't really want to add anything else, even though I've got all these stunning prints, and I was so tempted with this color. But this beautiful paper is just glorious. My hero prints there, I'm really loving. So I think these shapes contribute to those two strong elements, and anything else is really just going to overdo it. I love this white paper behind because I like the multiple layers, and the sides are really great. They look absolutely beautiful. They have a tiny pop of the bright colors on the side. So I guess that's just going to have to make me happy and be enough. I'll give you a close-up when it's dried, but really was a whole lot of fun. I hope you were inspired, picked up some tips on how to face these collages when you have so many abundant amounts of jelly prints. Choose your hero piece, remove all the prints that aren't going to work well with your hero piece, pick one or two highlight elements or shapes, add additional pieces that support your hero piece, and remember to adjust, continuously change, move things around, rearrange things, and allow yourself to really create without criticism. Yeah, baby, you can do it. Thanks for joining me today. Now, if you want more information, you will find the links, discount codes in the description under the video. Make sure you check that out. See you next time in the studio.